Welcome back to the Mouthpiece, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed your week-long break. We're going to get immediately into our first segment, which is none other than Cloud Fox breaking down that mental masculinity, fragile as glass. Cloud Fox breaking down on the previous episode of FPW. Cloud was last seen at London for London Lockdown in his hometown, where he lost to Adam Wolf, the man he's always beaten. Adam never managed to get the pinfall over Cloud whatsoever in their entire career, and yet Cloud, beaten, destroyed, fragility shattered, and Cloud takes a sabbatical leave, comes back just an episode ago, but comes back out of shape. No heart in his strikes, no soul in his body. He comes in, he's got love handles, he's big, he's bulky, he's out of shape compared to the last time we seen him. His strikes don't hit the same. And he goes one-on-one with Carnage in what is our money match. Now, Cloud and Carnage went back and forth, you could say, momentarily. However, Cloud hits an SES, it doesn't even faze Carnage. There's nothing behind his strikes, he's not in the gym. God knows where he's been. And yet Carnage has been here every week, every event, performing 5 stars, back after back, fighting with Ali Chen, fighting with goddamn Taichi somehow, and then a rematch with Cloud Fox. We think it's about to be a 5-star classic, a bang out, bang out, and it isn't. It's a misery. It's a letdown, to be honest. Cloud is our franchise athlete, our star player, you could say, of the franchise, and he lets us down. He tries to leave mid-match. It's actually appalling, but this match is our money match because of the importance from Chris Carnage. Chris Carnage finally gets another win over Cloud Fox and cements himself into the main event of Miami Murder. Unless next week, Asaya Creed can defeat Adam Wolf in their rematch one-on-one match. If Asaya Creed manages to beat Adam Wolf and Asaya Creed will rematch at Miami Murder. However, if nothing happens in that bout and Adam Wolf continues his reign, then the man in line for the World Championship is none other than Chris Carnage. But we're going to go to some breaking news, because unfortunately, Daigo will be out for the remainder of the season. That is right, for the remainder of the season. Daigo, broken ankle. Last week, Kaneki Cole went one-on-one with Daigo, and the winner of that match would face the winner of Leon McKay and Taichi Asoka for the vacant junior championship, because coincidentally, Daigo also injured Yuki Oji, so he had to vacate his championship. However, Taichi set up a plan, he set a motion, and the plan was to take out Daigo. Ko forfeited in the match, didn't even start the match, the bell didn't ring, and Ko just destroyed his ankle. Ankle twisting, reaction to it were gruesome. Daigo will be out for the remainder of the season with a broken ankle. So, Taichi vs Leo McKay next week, or the week after I believe, will be for Miami Murder Under 25 Junior Championship, and the final spot will be given to a FAW athlete. That is right, on the pay-per-view, on our main event, Caliber Show, an FAW athlete will make their debut. But we're going to go to our question segment, because as I said, next week, Adam Wolf will face Asaya Creed in a rematch from Paris. These two went back and forth. Asaya Creed lost at London Lockdown because of Adam Wolf and Cloud Fox teaming up. However, they faced one-on-one at Paris. And unfortunately for Adam Wolf, he couldn't get the pinfall. But fortunately for Adam Wolf, the time limit was up. Asaya Creed hit so many Creed bombs I lost count, and then pinned Adam Wolf, but the bell rang before the free. The time was up and Adam Wolf survived. The beast survived in this Den of Monsters. However, they will go one-on-one this week. Who will win? Will Adam Wolf finally get over this hump, this step in the road that is Asaya Creed? Or will Asaya Creed finally prevail and get that rematch at Miami Murder? However, the next question comes to Lee Ray. When should Lee Ray sprint in? After all, this sprint case you need to cash in middle of the match. You can't do it after, before, or anywhere else in the building. It has to be specifically mid-match. It is a sprint case. You sprint into the match. However, Kanao Hikari holds the junior championship at the moment, and that woman is scary. That woman is very, very scary. In my mind, I would be I would say it'd be best for Lee Ray to look for an opportune moment where either Kanao is hurt or an opponent she faces is hurt. After all, Kanao does face Momo Nakano next week. However, I wouldn't particularly look for that. I wouldn't rush in. I would look for a better opportune moment. Typically a pay-per-view, you could say, because then the stakes are higher, the pressure is higher, and more mistakes are to be made, and the opportunity for Lee Ray to cash in is at its best. But we're going to go to Athlete of the Year standings, because Athlete of the Week is none other than Chris Carnage, who picks up his 5th match into Cloud and his 3rd win overall. Adam Wolf sitting tightly in 1st place, actually tied 1st place between Rico Hojo and Lee Ray. Lee Ray with that sprint case can cash in at any moment. That is our top 3 tied 1st. Asai Creed right behind him at 55 points. Asai Creed with a win next week could net him into 1st place. And then KMB also at 55 points, and Kanao Hikari at 55 points. Kanao Hikari obviously has a match next week, as does Asai Creed. And Lee Ray has that sprint case. If she cashes in, sprints in, wins the match, that is a free 25 points and a championship reign for Lee Ray. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the Mouthpiece. We will see you next week.